Okay, so unfortunately you missed a bunch of stuff, and that's my fault. I've never had to restart in the middle of a stream before. To recap, this is a compact LTE Elite 450E that does not power on. It does try to charge a battery. It's got a quantum Daytona hard drive. It comes with a standard nickel metal hydride battery, which I assume is dead. Okay, so that's our Reader's Digest version of what you have missed so far. And by the way, welcome to the stream of the electrical outlet. I'm finally glad that we were able to catch up. And now I can't get this darn caddy back together. Supposed to be a seasoned vet on these. It's like Mac 84 and his image writers. Alright, we're back together. Sweet. Alright, so back to it now that we are in an uninterrupted state. I also have a new tool to try. Because I have trouble doing this. But that could be, I'm just our good friends with user error and all that fun stuff could be a thing too. No, actually, this one is not going to be a power supply. At least I strongly doubt it's going to be. It's going to be what's under the power supply is usually the culprit on these. And we're not going to replace everything on it, but I want to see if we can... There's that. Might be able to fix some floppy drives, the Japanese or the earlier Citizen W1D drives if there's actual capacitors issues on them. Yes, the orange ones are tantalum. I'm going to see if I don't know if that's a good idea or not. No, we got to get rid of that. I actually made a video on this before, but not on an E. And really need to find that spudger wherever that went off to, but we'll make do here. Ooh, that could have ended badly. But the good news is, even if I rip... There's actually replacements for this ribbon cable that I nearly ripped. Believe it or not. Some of them do, some of them don't. That's been my general findings on them so far. I actually have a really bizarre history with them, though. Almost every single LTE Light 425E does not have the tunnel vision. Every 25E LTE Light that I own has the tunnel issue. And so far to date, every 450E I've ever had has had the issue. Actually, the 450E even had a worse problem. Absolutely nothing would display on its screen, so I found a smashed LTE Light to sacrifice, and we at least got that one somewhat going, so that machine was in very, very rough shape. And I'm pretty sure that I gotta take the display out. Yes, they do. I will say I'm counting my blessing on the 425Es and the dumb luck that has transpired with those. And but yeah, it's an issue with the active matrix black and white panels, as you probably already know. PowerBook 170, and I want to say the 180 we're notorious for it as well. I 450Es, one. The other two series, no comment, because I literally don't know at the moment. As you can tell, I am going to try to reduce size here a little bit here at some point, but I did collect them back when they were cheap. Ooh, that one was just about out. Well, it's a good thing we're getting to this. I know I'm off camera and I do apologize, but some of these screws are very loose, so we were very close to, very, very close to a certain disaster, more than the normal disasters he's come through. And yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Hoseden, where the problem children with. I had a disagreement with somebody over live stream on that once. It's like, there's no way it's this Hoseden brand. Okay, well, this will be dead as a doornail anyways. Not that I have any ready to. Ooh, it's also in there like a doornail. Oof. Got to this one just in time. Yeah, I've only had a color. I had a couple color displays get it, but I'm not sure if it was Hoseden or however it's pronounced. But far more common with the black and white ones. But if we get anything out of this, I'm going to be a happy camper. But I got to figure out where all the screws are, and I'm trying to do this. Ah, thank you for that. Yes, I knew there was a few. My Mac knowledge is a little bit fuzzy. I knew 170 and 180s. That was actually what started the discussion between friends. And, ooh, this is a little different. Your 8 capacitors that we're going to replace are these orange guys right here. And I got a tweezer soldering iron to try out. Since some of these are in very tight corners for me, and what is that plugged into? Oh, I did have a cord out after all. Okay. Well, you missed the part where I had to go get a cord. Little did I know I actually did prepare for it, but I just didn't see it. Welcome to the disorganization world of I-80386SX, folks. Alright, so we have the unit to your left here. See how good this does if it performs at all. This is something I first saw on Big Bad Biologist Bench. I don't know if you ever watch him, but... Oh yes, I actually am on Discord. I also am in the process of making a Facebook page. I'm still trying to figure that out. I know my social media presence is very underwhelming, which I do realize. Oh, that's a test page. But yes, here is the documentation. So on the left side, you have 4 330 microfarad 10-volt capacitors, and then on the right is your 33 microfarad 20-volt capacitors. Now, this is a screenshot that I got on the LTE Armada Facebook page. And I tried it with one of my other boards, and it worked just fine. So let's see what we can do here. I've never used one of these. My hands shake. I know. It could be flux I'm trying to break too. Okay, I'll take a look at that in the near future and see what's up with that. don't know why the link wouldn't work unless they expire, or I fat-fingered something, which I do a great job at doing. Let's see if we need a little flux here. Ah, welcome, Briosen. And I apologize if I butchered that pronunciation. And actually, yeah, I've done a handful of lives already. This is just the earliest I've ever done ones. I'm trying to get a little bit of an earlier target audience if I can. Let's see if that melted a little bit here. The concept is good. These caps are stuck on here for dear life here. Oh yeah, I will do my best to answer the questions on the light side of things. I will tell you right now, I have not found a source for the belts for the floppies yet. Trust me, when the moment I find that, I'm going to shout that one from the rooftops. Yeah, this one is oh, stinky. Ooh, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try. On that one, it may not work. We may have to do real creative with that one. Yeah, sorry, I have yet to find a belt for that. It's like it's a fabric rubber belt, and I've yet to find a replacement for it. And I don't really like doing this, but I guess that's might have to get the Weller out for this. Well, it's starting to do something. Maybe. Hold on here. We have to try this in a more traditional method here, and the clock's already ticking here. LTE 25, 25C. Okay, the 25C is an extraordinarily rare unit of the bunch, so that was a good find. Yeah, that drive, that partition trick is a very, very tricky one. I have found, because yes, I've tried the same thing and did terrible stuff. So yeah. Let's see if we can. We might be approaching this just a little bit on the wrong side here. Hey, count. Use count as views, sir, or madam. A view's a view. Helps me out, helps you out, I hope. So that's the intent here. I don't know if this is even the right way to use this, but. Oh, nice. Yeah, there shouldn't be any tricks to it. If you're referring to the floppy drive, there really shouldn't be any secrets with that one. And I'm going to give up on this thing for now, unless I can turn the heat up just a hair. There we go. Oh yeah, the CF card, yes. That's the other trick, is they're very picky on them. And I have a tendency to repeat myself more than I should in those videos. In other videos, just for that reason. And that cap is just not coming off. Okay. We are going to get out the Weller. My hardware store Weller is going to come out now. Wherever that went. We may be, however, able to use the... Oh, is that the Weller? I think so. Awesome. We may be able to use the tweezer solder unit later on again, but I think for desoldering, this is an issue I had before, where it just wouldn't budge with the smaller tips. But at least I couldn't get it to anyway. That whether that is my user error or something else, I do not know. Yes, that is correct. That is not exactly something that's easy to come by. Well, and I wish I had smell-o-vision, or maybe we don't. I think we're onto the right track here, because I smell dead fish. Or at least it smells like dead fish. I hardly ever eat down here, so if there's fish down here, we got questions to ask some ghost or my wife, so. Alright, we gotta let that thing warm up. Yeah, I should let that warm up. I'm being impatient. Yeah, I think that's, I think we found one of the faulty caps. Or it's from a project from last night. That's the other thing it could be. It's just a coincidence. We'll just call it a coincidence. I didn't think they smelled. I think that was an electrolytical thing, but now that you mention that, you are correct. Or maybe the last thing I did was with something with a particularly offensive smelling capacitor. Let's get to work here. See if it's hot enough yet. I don't think we're quite there yet. I should be a little bit more patient. And I don't think there's any electrolytical caps on this board either, but the power supply does, but those rarely have problems. But oh yes, there's a longer one on there. There's at least one. I can see two. And I hope is this thing hot enough by now? Not quite melting anything yet here, so let's be patient. Oh, it's starting to get to the flux now. We'll say one thing, Compaq, or whoever made this board for Compaq, really used some very interesting solder. Yes, that is correct. The LTE light docks, PSUs, and its successor do have a tendency to have bad caps. That is a correct statement. And I have two, and they both still remarkably work. Well, now we're getting some solder off of this, so that should have... Labor of love, folks. Labor of love. Oh, now we're stuck. That's special. I'm really trying to go the non-violent route tonight, but that might be a short-lived idea. That is... wow. That's craziness. Tell me this iron isn't hot enough for this. That's not true. Come on now. Well, what in the wide world? This is on for dear life. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard of other people doing that, just trying to standardize things. Those are likely caps. Those the car adapter and the car adapter and the main power bricks are very suspect to leaking caps, particularly the car units. All right. Well, you shouldn't need to buy a $100 hard drive from the 90s. If you're going for that true 90s aesthetic, even you shouldn't have to pay that much for them. Although the other thing I didn't mess with was the SD card variants of this, but maybe it's time to do that for viewers like you. Try this one out. I see. And if you're using a Cisco CF card, I have found recently that those are hit or miss. But the blue SanDisks, the orange Transcends, those are home free. You can... Wow. I don't like heating up a board this much. I really don't. And just for if anybody wonders, I am a millennial as well. At least I believe I am. Or I'm right on the edge of it, or... Yeah, if it's for any Elite, the 2 gig ones might be hit or miss on those. I actually stopped offering those on my eBay store. The 2 gig ones, at least for that system. I like doing it this way. leave me little option. Oh, no worries. In this retro hobby, as far as I'm concerned, we're all friends. If you're asking about technical knowledge, well, even in just like the modern stuff, we're always finding new stuff out about technology every day. And yes, I have to be one of the younger people to be stupidly going into this hobby, but here we are. I'm surprised that one of these are absolutely just not budging. I actually legitimately had that happen. Both secondhand information and I personally tried it and sacrificed one of my E's actually over that. I have a theory to it. I don't think it's the hard disk controller itself as much as it is the quote-unquote caddy. As you look, the caddy itself takes over all 48 pins on a Seagate. That includes where jumper pins normally would go. On most of your adapters, they don't have those extra 4 pins. So my theory is, and I don't feel like trying it, or at least not, I haven't yet to get the courage to try it. Where was I going with that? But yes, I haven't yet had the courage to hardwire something with a CF card reader to see what it would do. Could be the cable. Try this one instead. Yeah, this one's just hanging on for dear life here. They all are. You just have to be patient and do more desoldering quick. Where'd you post that image? If you're trying to post a link here, I have to make you a mod so it doesn't eat the link. Actually, you know what? The heck with it. I'll make you a mod. Let's see. Add as a moderator. Standard moderator. There you go. Now you can put links in. Put links in if you want. Yeah, this is just kicking my behind tonight. Oh, you. Electrical outlets are regular here. I think, at least on my scripted videos. And this is the first live I've ever had you on. But this is also the first time I did a live before 7 p.m. Oh, okay. That's one way to do it. Awesome. Yeah, I am, as soon as I get this one busted off, or off, whatever way you want to do. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are falling apart. Oh, you did load it on archive. Okay, cool. I am going to, you know what? We are going to open that in another tab right now so I have it when... Please don't kill my stream. Please don't kill my stream. Okay, awesome. I think I do have a 25E. It's a really nice machine. It's my one with 2 serial ports on it that actually has that original image on it. And it's not a mess, if you will. Oh, there's a fuse there. We gotta watch that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, that's something I will try it one of these days when I have spare time. Ooh, that one just, okay, that's just... Yeah, there's that smell again. I don't know why those are stinking up the place, but... Could be just a coincidence. But I took the trash out today, so I don't know. Weird. There's some stuff that I use RawWrite for. I know you didn't ask me specifically, but just to chime in, I use RawWrite for a number of things. I did use Rufus for a number of things, although not with the hobby. Yeah, that is just hanging on for dear life, so that is your problem. Maybe, okay. Maybe I'm just being too impatient. Yeah, it's one of the many freeware tools out there. And oddly, this conversation came up at work yesterday with Raspberry Pis, believe it or not. Actually kind of surprised how much of a hot potato that work order became, but that I digress. Yeah, these are hanging out for dear life here. We're going to get one side. We're going to try something else. Can I get under it? That's trying to figure out. I don't know what I did here. Oh, there we go. I think I took a pad out partially. Oh, no, I didn't. Awesome. Yeah, there's no silver bullet in this disk writing thing, and some WinImage is another one too that for floppies anyway. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Although there was one set of floppies I could not write with that particular tool. That was the Apple Rhapsody installer. That was the one I had trouble with. Oh goodness, this is ungood. I haven't got to the other side yet. Usually the Weller just melts these things right off, but this one is just not. It also isn't quite the right pliers to use for this if you're foolish enough to use them, like I am, but it is what it is. Yeah. At least the flux is doing its job, I guess. Yeah, I've been fluxing it all night here. I don't have stock in it like Louis Rossman there, but I do have. It's a lot of flux to use, but I'll keep going at it, I guess. Not quite where I wanted to go with that, but man, oh man, I can't win some days. Go back to the desoldering. Maybe that was doing more than I thought it was doing. Oh, actually, it was okay. Oh yeah, there's some solder on there. Oh yeah. Now let's try it. Try that horrible practice I was previously doing. And now this thing is stuck on there for dear life. Wow. Legit surprised by that, but we'll keep fluxing and we'll keep cleaning, I guess. Let's look at that. Let's clean that off. Can't be that much on there. Can't be that resistant to change. Wow, I'm actually legit surprised by this. This one's picking a fight here. There we go. Don't try this at home. Yeah, I've never had. Granted, I'm not a professional at this, as you can already have already figured out. Probably around 10 after 6, and in local time for me. But yeah, even so, I usually have some resemblance of, well, this solder can come off. So I actually got a question for you. What CF card adapter are you using on yours? That sounds like a hardware problem. If you're using the standard one, if you're using one that says B.1 on it, then all bets are off. It's not going to work for your compact. You need the H.2 or you need the SIBA adapter. There we go. Once we got those pesky liabilities out of the way. Okay. You may just have a card that went bad. You may just have an adapter that just went bad too. That does happen. Oh, nice. I never tried the overlay software, but I really should. Oh yeah, this is just being as stubborn as a mule tonight. If a computer was a corgi, the 450E I'm working on tonight would be it. I love them to death, but come on, let's work with me a little here. Yes, I do. Oh, I do have a corgi. Which at the end of this stream is going to go for a walk. A Linux user, you're hired. Actually, I no longer possess any hiring capabilities. But if you got management abilities, if you want to go move to Titletown, Wisconsin, yeah, there's a couple openings. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's granted the 386 ones and the 486 ones are very similar. At least the ones with the trackballs are. Yeah, you are gross. Yes, actually, my boss is quitting in a week. Uh, Infrastructure manager. I think they're looking for an applications manager as well. I think the service desk manager. I think all three of them are going to be open soon. It's like, okay, well, my former employer is looking for IT manager, but no, don't do it. That place is dead. Yep, that's one way to do it. Oh, nice. Ooh, that's a tricky spot. Again, don't try this at home. Yeah, seriously, if you're, I don't know what part of the world you're in, but Northeast Wisconsin, that's where I am. Yeah, maybe this is the point we use the desoldering wick. Oh my goodness, this one. Even this little fraction of a cap. Yeah, you gotta have a few years' experience in management. Gotta at least know the high level stuff. Although I will say there is one little exception, at least around in this area. If you're Native American, you go to a casino or a tribal entity, they will far likely take on the person that meets the bare minimum requirements, or the tinker with good potential. Uh oh. Uh oh. That was Okay. Why are you being like this? Oh yeah, I got. It probably came from another compact. I know the Armada, the, those thick Armadas use those thick drives. Many moons ago, but I did have a 14 gig drive that was a 19 or a 17 millimeter. Couldn't believe it till I saw it. Stubborn as a mule you are tonight, yes. We're about 50% of the way left in time here, folks. Alright. Come off. I don't really want to damage you any more than you already are. Yeah, that's common. The ones without the trackpads almost always came with counters. At least that's been my experience. But at least that problem was at least fairly simple to address. I bet the 425E, if I'm a guessing person, unless somebody went and replaced it after effects, it's going to be a 120 meg Seagate. It'll be an ST9144A. That's my guess on it, but ew, really? Quantum Daytona. It's a shame they used them in their flagship machines. Which, well, as Kate stated here, they do. But yeah, the Daytona actually has two rubber bumpers that I know about. There's one that you really got to do a surgery on to get access to, and the other one is a fairly straightforward one to get to. It's possible. Get this crap out of here. Clean the bench afterward. It could be either or. It very well could be. Compact did use Quantum Daytonas a lot. I didn't think I ever seen them in a light, but their successor, the Elites, had them a lot. Yeah, that's an aftermarket drive. The highest OEM drives those came with there were the 200 meg. If it was a 300, probably a 340, it probably came with an LTE Elite originally. This is far from the correct tip to use on this, but we'll make it through. Yeah, that when those heads go, they make a mess. is I actually outright replaced the bumpers on an 85 meg drive that I'm not sure was original to the machine or not, but, uh-oh. Well, I see a problem that I'm going to have to fix, but we'll cross that when we get there. That one's leaving all the residue behind. Yeah, it did. So the LTE elites had quite a. I'm not sure if there's anything attached to it. If it's just residue. The Conturas used them. Not that I really want to do this, but it's not harming anything anymore, so I may just leave that one as is and move on to the others. Of course they are. I think some Seagates do as well, but those Marathon ones I think do have the same problem as well now that I think about it, but labor of love. All right, let's reassess the situation here. See if we can clean some of this up, because I'm not sure if it's what kind of gunk we're dealing with at the moment. I also have a ceramic that I partially detached here on accident that I'm going to have to address. That might be a good candidate for the tweezer unit. Yeah, that bottom of that cap is just really just there for the long haul. I don't want to quite do with that one yet, but gross. Yeah, one more to go yet. I need to get one side off. That would be half my battle here. This one. I don't like doing this, but oh, there goes the cap. Nope, it didn't. Okay, good. Hopefully they didn't rip a pad off, or we're gonna be screwed. We're just gonna set that off to the side before that disappears into the oblivion. Okay. Where did the cap go? Oh, right there. Okay. I can't believe that whole thing is stuck on there. I think so. Well, some of it's starting to finally chip off. Yeah, just kidding. You really don't want to take prying tools and for soldering, desoldering purposes, but we are really and get backs are against the wall on this one. Finally starting to come off. Yippee skip. Finally getting some of it to go away. Come on now, I literally see crap boiling underneath that pad. Okay, that did it. Like we took part of a pad with, but that's a casualty of war, I think, going to be on this one. See if we can get the rest of this one off cleanly. Wow. Okay, thank you for joining us, Electrical Outlet. It was nice to connect on one of these real live streams instead of that test one that we first met on. So yeah, have fun. There we go. I get. Well, that is the basis of this channel. Whether it's do's or do nots, I'm glad I could help. My goodness, this is some of the worst I've ever dealt with. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Now I have my groups and whatnot. I do have a gentleman that's about an hour away from me that I can go talk this old technology up with if I wanted to, which I have done. But locally, it's kind of a crapshoot. I tell you, my last boss absolutely despised the idea that I did this, and that's how I got into management originally. Was partially he's like, normal people like to they like to improve their livelihoods, and okay, show me the money. And it took about 2 years, and I had enough of it. So that shows you how successful that was, at least in my book, anyway. And this is really not the way to do this anymore. We are way past proper procedure at this point. We can clean a little bit more off of that, don't you think? I think so. This last cap's going to be a bear. Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but you got one of the gist of the problem that I had to go through. Would it work better in a more functional organization? Probably, but that is not where it came with. And my new job to date, a fun fact, I've so far found 4 compact desk pros. I have no idea what they do, but I found them. My predecessor would have been so stubborn he would have gotten rid of those at all costs. That's good and bad to both. All right. Just one more left, and I'm a little bit nervous to continue on, but I think we've gone this far. If we run out of Q-tips, that's going to end the stream as well. Oh, there was another piece floating around. Yes, there was. I knew it. Wow. Even these bits and pieces are sticking on. I'm almost impressed by that feat. Ah. Our flux for that? Well, that's a good question. It's a complicated question. I can tell you post-pandemic, I just saw a bunch of other people with these machines, and it's like, you know what? I have a wealth of knowledge to that I actually can share now. So let's go. I don't know what dragged me into it all these years ago, or why I kept some machines I did, especially some of the light LTE lights. There was a roommate I had in 2012 that made me get rid of most of this stuff, but I did not get rid of the lights. And why compact? Well, they were cheaper than IBM back in the early 2000s. They couldn't give them away. At least most of these you couldn't give away. So I was like, okay, well, it's better than nothing. I can learn off of that. So some of it's luck of the draw. Some of it's, well, I have a wealth of knowledge to share. Then, well, we can connect with a different group of people and make a little money on the side selling batteries for some of these units. Oh, aha! We have a little over a half hour left. I should ask you the same questions, and if you have no IT experience, it's like, what in the wide world got you into this hobby? Or maybe you're really smart and it's like, oh, I only do the computers as a hobby, but I don't want to make it my full-time job. And yes, indeed, that is a lucky inheritance. They don't command what some of the other systems do, but they're not exactly worthless either. I think my luckiest retro computer find is one of my Contura 325Cs. That was it. Waiting for a flight in a San Francisco airport, was browsing Marketplace, and this computer popped up for $20. I hit the whatever it was, I think like a buy it now option or something. And before I did that, and after I did that, then I realized she didn't ship. But I don't want to say a strong armed the woman into it, but it eventually turned into well, I'll just send it to you for free if you're paying postage, and I put $50 in the box as just as a token, as the appreciation for saving the system and not throwing it out. Yeah, most of the millennial crowd doesn't care about the 8-bit or the 16-bit world. I can tell you that. I can tell you that one. But you already knew that. You were talking about my Contour 325 story going for real. Yes, that 100% is true. But I think she was so happy that her late dad's computer was going to go on to live a new life that she was very accommodating for me on that. So that was pretty cool. Okay, you are being stubborn, but I. Oh no, I'm not sending anything for paid postage yet. At least not yet. This is how I got the Contour 325C. The first one was paying somebody postage and strong arming them. But I do have a lot of stuff here, so we might be able to work out a deal. You are so stubborn. You are as stubborn as a mule. There we go. Now we're getting some of this crud off. We might be able to at least power this thing up before 8. Speak of old stuff keeping around, I have an Image Writer 2, an Apple Image Writer 2 that I literally just got the thing recapped today and put back together today, and it's still kind of finicky, but at least it's printing. You ever heard of dot matrix printers? The noisy buggers. That's what that is. Little bugger. All right. Let's see what we got here. Do we have anything else we can clean up over here? Probably. I forget which caps go where now, but good thing we have documentation on that. Oh, come on. Yeesh. This stupid tantalums or something else. The concertos have the same problem, but at least those are fairly easy to get off. Alright, so let's start adding some solder. Actually, before we even do that, let's clean their tools off here a little bit. There's a capacitor that I accidentally took off that I hope didn't kill the board, but we'll see. Oh, of course. Actually, just technically, quote unquote, got my second monitor up today. If you really want to get technical, it's another quote unquote donation that I really didn't want, but well, there's a reason why I didn't want it. But let's see here real quick. We got a few minutes. Let's hope this thing is up. This 40-inch TV. It was my grandpa's. He died last year, and nobody else really wanted it, or at least the relatives that my mom wanted to work with didn't want it. And it's like, you know what? You help clean out the house. Have a TV. So I put a TV up. It's a 40-inch Insignia. It's only 13 pounds, believe it or not. It also was taking 8+ inches of my bench until now, so it's like, okay, we got to do something about this, as I need the room. But I didn't want to get rid of the TV either. I think it's $100 set today, so it's a base set, but you know what? We'll make it work. We'll honor Grandpa's memory by using his TV for my retro channel. There's also some shelving of his that is being used for the retro stuff as well. So the man never owned a computer in his life. He barely had a cell phone, but But hey, it's all good. It must be rubbing alcohol in there. And a piece of a capacitor, or we ripped the pad partially, but we can make it work. Let's put a little bit more solder on there. Oop, too much. Or just right. I'm not sure anymore. Okay, so more crap is coming off. Wonderful. That is legitimate a thing sometimes. I probably should have tried it sooner. Is sometimes you can get your stuff to come off just by using fresh solder. Yeah, it looks like that is exactly what happened in this case on that cap. I should try it with this one. That might actually be legitimately a bigger problem. But yeah, we got. Welcome back, electrical outlet. We finally got all the caps and all 99 and 9/10 of the crud removed. Yeah, gotta have the CRTs for the retro gaming. That's right. I think Duck Hunt in particular does not work with an LCD panel. There may be others, but what do I want to do next? We need to clean that off. We reattach this cap, but I might do that with. We might try the small soldering iron again for that one. And this is the part of. You know what? We will try the smaller one for that. Weller, you did well, Weller, but I don't have a place to set this. House of the Dead really requires a CRT? Okay, well, you know it better than I do in the gaming side. And, uh-oh. Now the darn thing don't want to turn on at all now. Well, what are we doing here? Or we got the wrong thing plugged in, that's why. Okay. So, I kid you not, I've had that thing plugged in all of 3 minutes, and it's fine. Okay, we're fine. And we got about 20 minutes before I have to hard end the stream. Well, we'll see what happens. I gotta wait for this iron to warm up, so that's probably killed us right there. But and I wish this one in. Pro tip, you have a light. Use it. Okay, so that is... it's warming up. Okay, good. You know what? While I'm waiting for that to warm up, that's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head if we're being honest. So let me go look this up quick and I'll throw it in the link here. Do I even have the app on my phone, or did I Oh, yes, indeed I do. Hold, please, while I figure this out. I wonder if I can just send a link to this. Well, okay, I'm online. Okay, that's great. But it's literally I803866SX is my Discord name. And it's the same logo as my YouTube channel. But let's see here. We have the time. Discord, right. Oh, man, I don't know what my login is for it, though. That's going to be our next problem. Oh, wait a minute. Add an email to your account. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. I hope that's the password. But I think... man. Okay, this is ridiculous. Well, we'll forget password quick. Hopefully this will, click on the entity that does not repeat. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, we're going to do this in a very low-tech fashion. Oh, I should add my email to this. That's a great idea. Oh, it's memorized on my phone, so that's good. Can I see what the password would be? Info. I tried that already. Oh, man, I can't. All right. I am a human. Click on the entity that does not repeat. Yeah, this stupid image thing they have me doing it. Holy mackerel, I can't. We'll try a different browser quick. Oh, you did? Let's try that. Let's keep it simple here. Discord updates. Unless you went to the wrong one. Oh, okay. I'll put it in my community guide as soon as I figure it out. What's going on is I don't see a request, but there is also two I803866SXs out there too. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that capture that Discord has is a special kind of I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, this is not going to work very well, is it? Will it work for you? Alright, I'm not crazy about this soldering iron. We're going to give up on that one. We'll go with the one I normally go with. I would use the Weller, but it's got a big needle on it, or it's got a big tip on it, and I don't have any other smaller, narrower tips for it at the moment, so... What I really should do is kill that other account off. That would be the right thing to do here, but, oh well. Alright, we're going to try old mostly reliable, I'm going to call it. You know what? I probably got to tin the ends on that other iron yet, so I don't want to give up on that yet. This one should be good to go. At least I so hope it would be. All right. Starting to get warmer. Patience, I guess. Patience is everything. Now we're starting to get warmed up. Good, good. All right, so hopefully we can get enough solder on here to reattach this ceramic that I tore off so mercilessly. Yeah, I think we can with this one. Try to go as quickly as I can here. Stupid ceramic, making my life interesting through consequences of my own actions here. Ooh. Well, it is attached. And this is going to be the definition of an old saying. Depends on the college you go to, the school you went to. It's either D's get degrees or C's get degrees. Let's see if we can recap this thing in the next few minutes. Yes, our good friends over at DigiKey. I know some of you prefer Mauser, some of you prefer DigiKey. I use DigiKey mostly convenience. They're in Minnesota, Mauser's in Texas. So the nice thing is, a lot of times I can get 2-day shipping for ground rates. That's if they ship the item on time. That's the other drawback behind this. But and okay, that looks like it passes for muster. So let us begin. These, which one were these? The 33010. So those go on the left side. They also don't open. There you go. Just had to get it started. Just had to get it started. Oh, I thought you were across the pond for some reason, electrical outlet, but apparently it was not. But, you know, in some ways, I am a bean counter. So if Mauser's significantly cheaper, I'll wait the few days. Not a big deal. By bean counter, I say I'm just more or less cheap. I'm not an actual bean counter. Yeah, that is an ugly, ugly paint job right there, folks. But it is, however, attached, so I am going to leave it at that. And I probably should have said that you were across the pond here. I don't want to be in the nature of doxing anyone. Do it yourself. No, I can't help you there, but oh, there goes a screw. Okay, yeah, well, it seems like most of the people that I come across in this hobby they're on the coast for some reason. It's like, oh, go to BCF East. I was like, oh, that one's kind of far away. That's actually, you know, Justin D. Morgan. That's he usually streams in about 15 minutes. He's another East Coaster. He streams usually every Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I decided to try and get it in before his stream was on, so that's why the hard shut off for me and tonight. So yeah, we got opposite coast and the guy in the middle. How about that? And I'm almost in the middle of the state of Wisconsin. The work in Titletown. The Midwest one, just for the record. I know Boston Boston calls themselves Titletown, which they have their own legitimate purposes behind that, but yeah. Green Bay is also Titletown, and I think there's one town in Missouri that claims that title as well. But enough of the sports stuff for now. I don't. Most of the people in this hobby don't care about sports, so I'll keep it at a minimum. Eastern half of the U.S. That's good enough. If you feel like telling more, that's on you. Might add a little more solder to that guy. And that one as well. I remind you once again, and anybody else future watching this video, I am not a professional like any sorts here. Yeah, I'm also not a professional speaker either. But, oh, we may be able to at least power this puppy up and see what we can get. We have a chance. To end this on a high note. That would be good, right? All right. Let's get some power to this thing. Now I don't have the keyboard attached. I don't think we need it. Ooh, burning plastic. We don't want that. Oh, we need a power supply first. That would be... I admit we're kind of up against the clock here, so I'm... probably going a little faster than I would like, but all right, that is correct. Yes, indeed. A DEC height, nice, yeah. I actually think I own one, but only one. We got power. Is it posting? It is. Okay, I'm going to turn that off for a moment, and just because I want to show off my new, what you call it, the new setup here. Let's see if I can do this in the next couple of minutes. Stay. That's just my documentation that just fell. No big deal. VGA. And wherever that hard drive went, we are really right. There's the hard drive. Okay, cool. But if this thing actually posts and we can actually do something with, this will be the absolute definition of D's get degrees. Come on, TV. Oh, I need to power this thing up. That's one thing I haven't figured out yet is how to, the HDMI to VGA cord here. I have not quite figured out the powering abilities on that yet. So at the moment, we are using something a little bit more interesting. One of these guys right here to power up the HDMI to VGA thing I have. So, phone 7. How are you? Power. Unlimited power. Hard drive is in, computer is plugged in. There's some bad news. I won't do it now. Hard drive needs work or is just beyond hope at the moment. Oh. But yeah, that Daytona is stuck. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Can we do this in 2 minutes? I don't want it whining about disk drive errors. Now we're going to do this as fast as we can. Yep, post is good. The other variable that I haven't covered yet, and we're not going to have time to cover it, is will it display anything on the screen? I had one that didn't. If you're referring to the quantum Daytonas, yes, I'm starting to feel that you're correct on that. One more time. Hard drive no happy. Let's pull that out real quick. I do have one that kind of works, but it has a lot of bad sectors. Let's see if I can do this in a very... Ooh, do you have something in you? You do. Awesome. Okay. Let's try you out. I want this thing to boot successfully before I leave the stream here. It has a 256 megabyte CF to IDE adapter in it. I also don't have a keyboard on this, so that's going to be another trick. Yeah, I can't save the changes. I have no idea. Yeah, most of the Daytona drives do have melted bumpers, but that's a little bit more complicated than the Connors. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at this for tonight, just because I do have a hard stop. And let's see here. Let's get blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. So, yeah, so that is the LTE Elite 450E in a nutshell. And yes, we got a little bit ways to go on it. There is a variable with this unit here that, like I said, I had one data recapped and the built-in display would never come back on again. And it was a very similar situation where I ripped the cap off, being reckless. So I hope this doesn't come to that, but I was hoping that I were going to have a little bit more success, but it is what it is. But at least we have a working computer. We replaced the 8 culprits. So we're making progress. That's good. It's good to save these machines. So, but in case you want to go off to another fellow YouTuber that's heavy into the retro stuff, I am going to link in Mr. Justin D. Morgan's link. He's going to be doing one in 4 minutes. So it'd be great if we can join over there. I am just a mere viewer over there, so but I am well known over there as well. But I'm not a mod or anything like that. But yes, go join him and go give him some love. And thank you for watching. I'm going to keep this short. Hopefully next week we'll have an SLT on the bench that we can work on. But in the meantime, I will put this other one back together and we'll see where it goes. So thank you for watching.